Whoa!
Hey everyone,
No, I actually met Riot Brightmoon at a Worlds after party get together,
Riot Brightmoon, executive
and this smile was smiling just like this.
producer of League of Legends, half of the entire League dev team, to welcome you to season 2023.
Just like this. He walked up to me like this. I said, "Stop smiling at me, bro."
First off, I want to wish you all a
Turn these off. I don't want this on.
happy start of a new season, and I want to thank you for the marks you've all made on League. From the hype plays to the big brain moments, and all the ways you've helped make League what it is today. We have a lot to share with you, including our final updates on
13
Ari
minutes
and
long.
Aurelion Sol, some upcoming skin thematics, an update on Ranked, and a sneak peek at some champions we'll be releasing
I'll
later
watch the
this
sneak
year.
peek.
But before we get into what's coming, I want to share a quick recap of this year's preseason.
A disaster. Oh, wait. Did you say of preseason?
Share a quick recap of this year's preseason.
What do you mean? You guys did one thing 2 months ago, and you haven't touched it since. What's there to recap? You're not recapping anything. Are you going to show us your bank statement over the last 2 months where you stole money, guys? You've been getting paid to do nothing for the last 2 months. What are you talking about?
So let's go. The Chemtech Drake has had a major glow up. In her new and improved form,
Yeah, it seems like
instead
that
of
was 5
resurrecting
months ago.
friends and foes, she now mutates all the plants on the map with Chemtech empowerments. They still do what you're used to, only now with a twist. And each time you defeat the Chemtech Drake, she'll grant stacking tenacity,
I bet it's
plus
better.
healing and shielding power. If you claim the soul, you'll deal increased damage and receive damage resistance when at low health. We also added new pings to help you
Those-
communicate with your
I think those
team
are bad.
more effectively, including the push, bait, and all-in.
You just told me to kill
Better
myself.
pings mean clearer
dare
calls
you?
and what you
How
want
dare you,
to
Riot
accomplish as a
Brightmoon?
team. My personal favorite is using the hold ping right after my whole team dies defending Baron.
You've never. Hey, stop it. You have. I don't know anybody who. I play thousands of games. I don't know anybody who's actually used any of the new pings for anything, actually. Nobody even uses it. I've never seen anybody use the hold, the bait ping. Nobody has ever used any of the pings correctly. You 100% have not done that. You have not used the hold ping for Baron.
And it wouldn't be using the hold ping right after my whole team dies defending Baron. And it wouldn't be preseason without some changes in the
That's
jungle.
probably hosting.
You now have a path recommender, an updated camp patient system, and new jungle companions to
Yes,
help you
bro, we
conquer
broke-
the scary monsters of the jungle.
Yes, we broke
Last,
jungle again.
but certainly not least, we have changes like a new rune recommender,
Actually good.
some new in-game items, as well as a few returning favorites, and a few changes to ARAM, like new Hextech gates that transport you down the map, falling towers
I like
and the
these
rubble
when I
that
was
they
playing my bot
create,
games.
and some more balance changes to keep ARAM games
I actually like those when I was playing my Lever Buster games because it made the game faster. So I could just get out quicker. It was actually kind of nice.
feeling fair and fun for both teams. Now that we've covered preseason changes, let's talk about some of the new things coming this season. After a year of waiting, we're finally releasing Ari's ASU. Her base, her skins, new VFX, splashes, and all 9 tails have been updated and will be out for all of you in just a few weeks. We can't wait to see what you think of her new look. There are a few champions who haven't gotten a new skin in a while, including Aurelion Sol, Ivern, Kled, and Callista.
Hybern.
And I have some good news. They'll all be receiving a new skin this year.
Whoa! Give us a
Callista's
preview.
skin is coming to us from a world of beauty and magic, nature and majesty. The Fairy Queen presides over the courts of the 4 seasons, and the Fae who reside there are empowered by the natural world and the magic within it. Not all within the Fae world is light and beauty.
Karma?
After we leave the Fae realms, we're returning to a fan favorite. It's a little bit more adorable than beautiful. The skin line that brought you Pugmaw, Corky Corgi, and Yorick in a cat onesie is coming back. So open up some catnip, dust off your chew toys, because more champions are getting fluffy. These are just a few of the new things we have planned for season 2023.
Right, Moon?
I'll hand it over to Riot Oberon,
What the
who will
fuck?
share our plans for ranked.
Show us some! Oh, here we go. Ooh, what do you say? This is the paycheck
everyone.
sealer, right?
I'm Chris
Wait, wait, wait.
Roberts, also known
Yes,
as
this is the
Ranked.
actual. This is the game loop thief, by the way. This is the guy. This is the guy that is just has a
everyone.
job to get paid. I for sure has friends at Riot that hired him. That's I
I'm
swear
Chris
to God,
Roberts.
this guy does nothing.
also known as Riot Oberon, the project lead for the Game Loop
Yeah,
team.
let's see it, bro.
We work on things like champ select,
What's his first
matchmaking.
name?
Riot Oberon,
Chris, you need fired.
the project lead for the Game Loop team. We work on things like champ select, matchmaking, and the
Terrible,
various
terrible.
queue types from ranked to
Terrible.
normals.
Terrible.
That means we're not just focused on ladder grinders, we're also here for players who just want to have a good time with friends.
They're focused on nothing.
Last
guys.
year, we shared a blog update with some of our upcoming plans, including anonymized champion select, pick order swapping, and the loadout recommender.
So anonymous champion select ended up being a horrible feature because it's just people still dodge high low and it's terrible and you can't tell the troll. Actually, I despise it even with betters because these motherfuckers still find me. Also, the pick roll thing, like I said, swapping picks is actually the greatest change League of Legends has ever made. It's the best thing they've ever done, honestly, honest to God. But it should have been done 7 years ago, 5 years ago.
Since then, we've also been working on a few other projects, and there's one big thing I want to talk to you about today,
Alex,
the mid-year ranked reset.
yeah, come on. Whoa, mid-year rank reset.
Ranked splits have been in the game for a few years, but until now, they were just a way to separate
Blink,
a single ranked
motherfucker!
season into thirds to help folks pace their progress. Starting this year,
I was talking, sorry.
single ranked season into thirds to help folks pace their progress. Till now, they were just a way to separate the single ranked season into thirds to help folks pace their progress.
Okay.
Starting this year, the 2 ranked splits will have a full ranked reset in between with rewards to match. Here's the thing. A lot of players come back to League at the start of the season, ready for their climb to their
They'll
ranked
stop
goals.
playing.
But when we look at the data, it doesn't actually take the whole season for players to hit their peak rank if they've been playing consistently every patch. If you don't take your foot off the gas once you start your climb in January, you'll probably reach the peak of your climb around halfway through the year. After that, things can get a little rough. For players at higher ranks, the middle of the year can be a stress fest of playing just enough to avoid decaying or demoting.
That's what they do.
And once players realize they're not steadily climbing, many of them either drop out of ranked or turn to smurfing. Neither of these things are great for fair matchmaking or enjoyable league experiences,
Okay.
especially for players starting their climb later in the season. All in all, there are honestly a lot of reasons why most other games, other Riot games included, don't have year-long ranked seasons. So this year, we're getting with the times. When Split 2 starts, it won't be as heavy a reset as the one in January. We're not introducing a second preseason, so the game won't change dramatically enough to warrant making you re-earn your rank to the same extent. And if you've got something keeping you AFK for the first half of the year, don't worry. The mid-year reset is even less significant if you haven't played many games since January. We know this is a huge change, but it's one we think will help keep League feeling modern and fun while addressing a few of the pain points we've seen over the years. Okay, that was a lot.
I don't think that's too bad. I'm pretty indifferent on it because I play all year round because I'm not a pussy. But true, especially high-low, people abuse early season. They get like 1,000 LP and they play 1 game a day for the rest of the year. Actually, it is so fucking cringe. So this would make them play at the beginning, but they'd also have to play after the mid-season ranked reset again. So that would also improve queue times because they'll be playing more. They won't just be playing 1 game a day. And even if they are playing, they'll have to do that 1 game a day thing again when they play their placement, et cetera, because it's a softer reset. So honest to God, not bad. Not the worst thing they can do. And it helps against these rank anxiety motherfuckers who just want to camp rank. So it is what it is.
Let's end things on a high note by talking about the shiny stuff. Rewards. Each split, you can earn the full ranked reward suite. Icons and emotes, ranked borders, and a ranked skin. Yes, that means there will be 2 skins for ranked this year. We're also adding in some extra rewards for your climb as you progress on your ranked journey. In addition to this, we're also removing the gold rank requirement from ranked skins. Now, every ranked player will have the chance to earn the skin moving forward, with chromas to match your final rank.
Cool.
The skin will continue to reflect your final ranked achievement, but we want you to also be able to earn it through dedication to climbing. That said, if you're below gold, it won't be as easy as play 10 placements for a free skin. The number of games required to earn the skin is drastically higher below gold, so just because you now can earn it
Give
as
honor level
below,
0 players
doesn't mean you
skins,
will.
please.
That wraps things up for me. Up next is
That's
Rival.
it? Not going to talk about matchmaking? Win trading, boosting, shares account, high elo integrity, low elo integrity, bots running rampant, nothing? So the Smurfs, nothing? You introduced us, talking to they're going to do all this shit, you're a game loop dev, you came up with a mid-season reset. And I think you blinked like 4 times during the whole thing, bro. You know this guy probably got paid like his $150K yearly salary just to do this one video? That he's back in working at home, doing nothing? That's crazy. Good job, Chris. Honestly, I respect the hustle, Chris. I respect it. I respect it. You are finessing these motherfuckers. Respect.
Lexical, who's going to talk to you about our plans for champions this year. Thanks, and good luck on your climbs.
I respect that.
Hi everyone, Lexi Riot Lexical Gal, the product lead for Champions here. I'm
What are they
going to
talking about?
talk a bit about some of the new champions we have planned for this year.
Oh my god.
But before that, I want to touch on our plans for the year overall.
Champion
This
reworks.
season,
Oh
we're
my God.
focusing a bit more on smaller updates to the parts of the champion roster that has been left in the dust. We want to continue improving older champions' gameplay fantasies, so we'll be doing more mid-scope updates throughout 2023. And beyond gameplay changes,
Be nice,
we'll also
guys.
be
What the fuck is
polishing
wrong with
up
you?
some of the roster with much-needed VO updates for a few of our older champions like Nidalee and Varus, both of whom cross path with some of our upcoming champions.
Ah, dude, these fucking disgusting freaks out of chat.
First up this year is Aurelion Sol's CGU. In the last LOL Please, we showed you some of the updated abilities that fans the flame of his dragon fantasy. But we didn't go too deep into the parts of his kit that strengthen his star forging.
Aurelion Sol looks
Not
clean.
only can Aurelion Sol forge stars like a nebula in deep space,
Gonna
but
be
he can
broken
now
as fuck.
drop them from the sky onto his foes in Summoner's Rift. Ooh, ouch.
Think about
As we mentioned
this Aurelion Sol rework. He's gonna be broken as fuck. But and if he's not, if he's like too weak when he's released, they're gonna buff him so he is broken. So he will, at some point during his rework, he's going to be broken as fuck. By design. Just so we're clear, if he's weak from the start, they'll buff him.
before in the last video, his new passive causes all of his abilities to grow in size over the course of the game, including his new ultimate. I mean, what's
Wait a
more
minute, what?
sad? Including all of his abilities to grow in
Nice internet. Holy fuck.
video, his new passive causes all of his abilities to
I thought
grow
he-
in
I thought
size
it said
over the
him grow
course of the
size.
game,
I'll just start playing him.
including his new ultimate. I mean, what's more satisfying than dropping a massive star you forge in outer space
looks
on
good.
someone's head? We can't wait to see what you all think of the new and improved Star Forger, and we hope a lot of you will find a new main with him. After Aurelion Sol, we'll be releasing some brand new champions. One of our goals for the past few years has been to make sure we have a champion for everyone to enjoy. So we try to have a diverse champion pool that's inclusive of all cultures, genders, and in-game skill levels for every role.
The fuck?
And that brings us to
my
our
God.
first new champion
What
of the
do we get
year.
Emilio.
I'm super excited for all of you to meet our male enchanter from Ishtal. Displaying an incredible understanding of the fire axiom at a young age, Melio uses fire
Yep.
not to raise cities, but to soothe wounds. Now
Well,
he
well,
travels
is
to
it-
Ishalcan, carrying the hopes and dreams of his family on his back, along with his trusty backpack.
Give me the new champion bingo card. What we got? True damage, invisibility, stealth, revive, disgusting base damage, invulnerability, res his teammates. Put that all on a fucking bingo board. Let's see.
He's about to face the biggest challenge of his young life, the Vidalian. His journey to Ishalcan will broaden his horizons and introduce him to new people and places, but it'll also bring him closer to Yuntao's darkest secrets. But no matter what challenges come, he'll always bounce back into action and be ready for his next adventure.
Give us a teaser! Nyfuria! Knife!
After we're done with the adorable enchanter, we're moving on to something a bit edgier. I know some of you love complex champions and novel link skill descriptions. But others wants to focus on macro play and pounce into action with a straightforward kit. If that sounds like you, good news. Neferi is the Darkin for you.
Me.
She's a mid-lane assassin made for those of us who want to focus on the hunt. After awakening from her slumber, her first objective is to track down her Darkin brethren. Her newfound
Wait, let's say a melee assassin? So that means that... Wait, so a melee assassin's kind of like all assassins, right? Aren't almost all assassins melee? Like a fucking Kiana, Katarina, Zed. Oh my god, Akali. Wait, those are all disgusting champs to play against. Oh, I'm looking forward to this.
Body, or bodies, seems like a cruel twist of fate at first, but they prove useful for locating her fellow Darkin, and as a source of wisdom. After all, it's always better to hunt in a pack. I have some bad news though.
Okay.
Unfortunately, Neferi is the only champion this year without a shirt. We know how much you all love abs, so don't worry. We'll be looking for more opportunities next year.
Not a shirt? Wait, is it a female? Wait, with a shirt?
It's been a while since we spoke about everyone's favorite Christmas.
Holy fuck, they're showing tits on the Rift! Riot's officially given up!
Scorpion.
I don't care if it's a girl or a guy. I can't remember what they said. Now here I think it's a female. Without a shirt. But maybe there's abs. Like a little sports bra.
The Skarner VGU team has started exploring ways to dial up his Scorpion fantasy. At this phase, we're leaving no arthropod hiding stone unturned to find exciting themes, kits, and stories.
That looks sick.
We'll be releasing a dev blog later this year with more information on his progress. Looking further out, we also have a hangry jungler and an artistic mid laner
It will be a
who
dog
are
champ.
looming in the
Pack
distance.
and pounce. Facts.
They're a bit too early to talk about at the moment, but look out for future teasers.
See you in 3
That's
years.
all from me today. I'll hand it back to Riot Brightmoon for some final thoughts.
Her name.
That pretty much wraps up things for today. But I do have one small update I want to share before we go.
So when the season starts.
For years, you've been asking us for the ability to play League in any language, no matter where you are.
Sure.
I'm happy to share that later this year, you'll be able to select your language in League settings.
Whoa!
We hope this makes your experience a little bit more enjoyable,
Hell yeah!
no matter where you're playing from or what language you speak. I also want to remind everyone who has Xbox Game Pass to link it to your Riot account.
And I'll do that.
This way, you can unlock every champion for free and get a 20% experience boost for as long as it's active. We have a lot more in store for this year, and we cannot wait to share more later.
Oh, hell yeah.
Thank you so much for watching. Best of luck on your climb, and I'll see you on the Rift.
What time? What time will you see me on the Rift, Brightmoon? The timer? Where's the time? What time? What time will you see me on the Rift, Brightmoon? Because I don't fucking know right now. You'll see me tomorrow, but what time? Is this a new video too? 1 hour ago, mid-season, mid-scope updates. I mean, overall, it is what it is. They honestly, they feel they didn't say much. They announced the rank reset, the mid-season thing. Brightmoon didn't really say much. He just recapped the preseason. They had a few skin teasers. Shouted out some champions. Talked about Aurelion Soul rework. I feel like it wasn't much, bro. I mean, it's what it is. Just tell me when it starts.